Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Good morning. I'm waking up, getting my life together. These guys, not so much. We are going to start out with some sold. We definitely need to get back on organizing and listing the death pile. And the stuff that is listed, I need to get put in the bus or put away or whatever the heck I'm doing with that stuff. And I lost a bucket. I sold a bucket and I don't know where I put it. So we also need to find that. We're going to start on this cassette tape and then go on a hunt for the bucket. This cassette tape. Quincy Jones, the dude. God, you guys are so cute. Quincy Jones, the dude, sold for $5.99 plus the cost of shipping on eBay. And we did test this one in the van. Rich was like all about it. So we listened to the whole thing. It sounds amazing. Yeah, $6 plus shipping, eBay. I do have to be very careful because if you can see, everything last night was covered in an ice storm. So everything is covered in a thin layer of ice, which means everything is super slick. Rich said he's seen a bucket in here, or he thinks he's seen a bucket in here. And if it's not in the shed, which is where I swore it was, please tell me it's in the bus. He said it was towards the back, though. I do see a bucket, but I don't think that's it. The one I'm looking for is a Reeves. It's an antique Reeves. This one has a $5 tag on it, which means I really doubt this is it, because I sold the Reeves one for $40. No, that looks like it might have a star. Plus it's got a busted seam. Okay, so he wasn't wrong. There was a bucket in here. It's just not the one I sold, which sucks. Oh my gosh, everything is icy. We're gonna check the shed. There's the thing that fell off of that light fixture thing that we sold in the last video. Found it. I feel like it's over here, if it's in here. I need a light. That did not help at all whatsoever. I'm not like off-rip seeing it, so that's a little bit worrisome. I seriously cannot stand this. I really need to find some time to get out here and organize this stuff. Take that to the booth. Not in the bus, not in the shed that I can see. I'm going to check the outside bins of the bus. That was kind of a shot in the dark, but yeah, I don't see it in any of these outside bins either. Why do I keep doing this to myself? Like, I really need a better system here, and it's just not coming to me. Good news is, I said something to my mom, and she went out on the deck and found it. Bad news is, that little one is frozen into the big one in a big chunk of ice, if you can see that. Hold on, where's the light? There you go. It's a big chunk of ice. So I'm going to go stick this in my bathtub and let it thaw. We're going to switch gears since the Reeves has to dry out the bucket. So this blanket is the next thing that sold. Sold it for $55 plus the cost of shipping on eBay. So I'm going to get this ready to go out. Do not sleep on blankets, guys. Vintage blankets sell well, for me at least. So yeah, this is a brand I hadn't even heard of before. It's Crown something. I'll put it up. But yeah, $55. I think I paid like $5 for it. $6 maybe? $7? I'm not too sure. But yeah, $7 into $55 is pretty good. No, it's just Reeve. I thought it was Reeves with an S, but it's just Reeve. You can see it a lot better now that it's dry. I'm pretty sure it's all dry now. Anyway, sold this, well, it's almost all dry. Sold it for $40 plus the cost of shipping. It's a little heavy, but otherwise should be easy to box. Porch pickup. We'll see if this, she's here. She's a little bit early. I'm waiting for Rich to put his boots on. But $60. That's freaking a Sirocco wall hanging. We got at a estate sale for like $3. Cool. Venmo, $60. We have another potential porch pickup. I'm gonna set this out in the bin for $25. I'm fairly sure we found this at the lake house, I think. Don't quote me on that. I'm not entirely sure where we got this. It was either yard saling or at the lake house. But I'm gonna stick that in here and see if it gets picked up. I got a message that she said she left cash in the bin. $25. Awesome. Sold another Beanie Baby. I'm fairly sure we garbage picked this one. If I remember correctly, there was like a few of them in a box, and this was one of those. Mercari, which I usually don't sell Beanie Babies on Mercari. $5 plus the cost of shipping. We're gonna try again for a pickup of Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. $4. I'm gonna stick it out in the bin. She's got Rich's Venmo stuff, so if she takes it, it'll probably get paid via Venmo. And while we're waiting on that, I can box up Frady Cat, Ty Beanie Baby, one of the newer ones, Halloween issue. Sold for $5 plus shipping over on Etsy. Woke up to 4 eBay sales, which has not happened in a long time. This is not a Nintendo brand controller. As you can see, we got double buttons. It is an aftermarket, what do they call it? Gosh darn it, turbo controller. And it's sold on eBay for $15 plus shipping. These are so stinking cute. I got these at a library rummage sale. It was like a fill-a-bag kind of thing. So I don't have any money specifically into them, but they sold on eBay for $20 plus the cost of shipping. Super out of season considering it's February. Radiohead Live from the Astoria. This was from '94. I think I also got this from a rummage sale. Anyway, sold for $5 plus shipping, also on eBay. Haha, this is a really cool piece. If you watched our thrifting video, we picked this up for $10 at a thrift store. And we had kind of a little, well, I had a little debate about what it was. And Rich was like, no, I'm pretty sure it's like a sundial. And sure enough, that's exactly what it is. It's a sundial by Whitehall. And it sold within 24 hours for $125 plus the cost of shipping. So kind of excited about that. This was a garbage picked Hager piece. It's like a 70s Hager, and it's kind of a rare one. I had a hard time finding another one like this in this colorway. I don't know. It sold fairly quickly, even with the glue, for $20 plus the cost of shipping on eBay, so I'll take it. I mean, I saved it from the garbage trucks, that's for sure. I'm gonna box this really well. I did get confirmation that Rich had a $4 payment coming on his Venmo, so that lady that was supposed to pick up the book must have picked up the book, even though I have not checked yet. I need to try and grab this without breaking anything. Oh, ew, there's so much snow. I thought it was like just a little dusting. I mean, I guess it is just a little dusting. I'm being overly dramatic. But this is really gross. I'm gonna stick this in the bin. Field Guide to Birds in North America. This was not worth as much as I thought it was. It was a bins find. But I have it up for $5 and somebody said they want to come by today on their lunch break and grab it. So I'm going to stick it in the pickup bin. Oh, that wasn't good. And there's the $12 for the planter. So we'll grab that. It seems like this will pop right back on, but it's not working for me, so I'm going to have Rich do it. I had somebody reach out to me on Facebook about all 3 of these books. They wanted to do a bundle deal so they could save on shipping. So these were $4 each,
$12 sale, which actually means I pay less in fees because it's a $12 sale instead of 3 individual $4 sales. Does that make sense? So this was a Facebook Marketplace bundle deal for $12 plus the cost of shipping. I honestly cannot believe these took so long to sell. They've been listed for like 2 or 3 years. They're signed by the artist, made in Brazil, and they're freaking beautiful. I don't get it. I've dropped the price a few times, and I think I finally sold them for $25, but I gotta double check on that. Plus shipping over on Etsy. Nope, I had them all the way down to $20 for the pair. So they finally sold for $20. Just got an evening porch pickup, hopefully for this. I just sent her the address and everything, so hopefully she'll pick this up for $18. And I did tell her I have another one in case by chance she needs 2. So that'd be cool. And then this is like some weird sand sculpture thing I bought at a yard sale a couple years ago. I don't know. I couldn't really find much on it, but it ended up selling for $25 plus the cost of shipping on Etsy. So weird that the Beagle's got like the sunshine just makes her look like she's got a halo. She's no angel. The General Electric clock radio was a garbage pick. This was that the house that the family lost. I think it was the mom. The guy was helping clean out his parents' house. Anyway, we found like bags of really good stuff. This was in one of those bags, and it sold on eBay for $20 plus shipping. And then these didn't last long. I didn't even get these listed. These went to Debbie, who is one of you guys. She's just my favorite. I freaking love her. She's been watching for a long time. Her mom had a set of these, and she accidentally broke one. So she bought this set of 4 to replace the one that she broke for her mom's birthday, which I think is so cute. I'm going to very carefully get these wrapped and sent out so they do not break in the process. Did I say I sold them for $20 plus shipping? eBay? That's what I did. I got confirmation that the book got picked up, so that's good. This person's not supposed to come till later. Just had a book bundle sell on Pango Books. Pretty decent one. I think it's like 14. Cheese and rice, you two. It's like 14 and some change altogether. We sold The House in the Cerulean Sea, Anxious People, Skeleton Crew, and The Witching Hour. So many of these are ready to go out. The accordion hanger thing got picked up, paid for. That's gone. These sold on Etsy, and these were actually a really good sale. They are made in Portugal. Secla, LA, Secla, SECLA, made in Portugal. That is the back side. I found these in the lake house, I believe. There's 5 of them. Floral patterns, and these sold for $55 plus the cost of shipping. So I was kind of excited to sell them, not as excited to have to box them up because, you know, it's a set of plates. I'm gonna have to like put cardboard individually through the middle of each one and then wrap it in some plastic wrap or something and then wrap it all in cardboard, and we've got bubble wrap. It's just going to be kind of a pain. I absolutely love the drip glaze pottery. Why wouldn't that come out of my mouth? I love the green. I love the brown. This is a Hull pottery piece. It's just like a creamer pitcher, and it sat for freaking years for $10. Finally sold on Etsy for $10 plus shipping. I don't know if you guys remember when we picked this up. It was a thrift store find for $7.99 at a Salvation Army. And I did a little bit of research on it, and they were selling pretty well for a pretty decent price. It took me a while to get it listed. Once I got it online, it lasted like a whole week. And it sold for $85 plus the cost of shipping. So actually, I'm really, really happy with that. I am trying to decipher, A, whether I should turn this on, which I definitely should. A, if I need more light. B, man, this is terrible lighting. Sorry, guys. This was a drip glaze McCoy platter, and it was a garbage pick, if I remember correctly. I had it listed for 15 bucks. Somebody offered me 12. And the strip glaze stuff normally sits for a while, so 12 is fine with me. I just want to get it out the door and hopefully get it out the door before it starts snowing. We are expecting a massive snowstorm that's supposed to hit in the next couple of hours. So I'm going to very quickly get this wrapped up, and then I'm going to take it to the post office. Well, since I am going through all of our death piles around here, I finally listed another bell, and this one didn't last long. It's like a bohemian glass cobalt blue cut to clear. Very, very pretty freaking bell. And it sold for 18 plus shipping over on Etsy. Teapot. Okay, this is stoneware. It came from Grandpa's house. Baroque? I don't know how to pronounce this. It's a Hearthside stoneware coffee or teapot. That's the information I have. Sold on Etsy for $22 plus cost of shipping. I love selling blankets. Afghans are easy for me. This one sold for $30 plus the cost of shipping over on Etsy. This is kind of a sad set I am going to have to let go of. Original tags. You guys know how I feel about mugs. You guys know how I feel about Mexican pottery mugs. The thing is, I only use one mug at a time, so like having a set of 6 is just unnecessary for me because I will only use one of them. So I put them up for sale and they sold for $70 plus the cost of shipping on Etsy, and it's going to be so sad. Hopefully somebody enjoys them as much as I would have. I think I drank out of one of them one time, so there's that. And we bought them for $6 at a garage sale. So $6 into $70 plus shipping is pretty swell. Well, he's loading up the mugs. I'm going to do the book. After We Collided by Anna Todd. This is part of the After series. If you loved the movies, oh my gosh, the books are so much better because I am definitely that kind of person. It's a series that I may at some point read again. But sold After We Collided for $4 plus the cost of shipping on Pango Books. I know, I always say that I hate dealing with clothes. It's not because they don't sell. It's not because... Leona's throwing a fit. Playing with Rich. Anyway, it's not because I don't sell, and it's not because I don't make decent money. I don't know what my deal is. I'm not a clothing person. I am not trendy at all. If I could go barefoot all the time, I probably would. Anyway, Eddie Bauer, field jacket. This was a garbage pick, and we sold it on Facebook Marketplace for $30 plus the cost of shipping. You guys are gonna love this. So I had a friend who knows I'm a reseller. She's like, hey, can you use free bubble mailers? I'm like, yeah, I can use free bubble mailers. Why? She's like, well, this guy's giving away a bunch on Facebook Marketplace, and, if you can use them, I'll grab them. And I was like, yeah, I go through them a lot because I sell a lot of books and DVDs and CDs and tapes and, stuff you'd put in a bubble mailer. So I got there, and I thought there was going to be, one box, half this size. And her husband starts grabbing these big boxes off this stack, and he was like, how many do you think you can fit? 8? Wait, what? Yeah, I mean, we can try out. I guess. So now we have 8 of these giant boxes of bubble mailers. I don't even know where I'm going to put them. I mean, I'll use them for sure. 100%. They'll get used. I'm pretty sure they're, plenty big enough for even, books. Which, I have a book. Oh, yeah, these are huge. These are actually really good book-sized. I also have a Ty Beanie Baby that I can throw in one of these that just sold. So I've got a ton of... I have 8 boxes of these. I don't even know where to start. Rich just read the box when he was carrying it. There are 800.
There's 100 10.5 by 16-inch bubble.
Oh, there's 100 per box.
Yeah.
So we have, I thought you meant like 800 in one box. We have 800 bubble mailers. Ty Beanie Baby, got from the bins. This is Lumberjack. And he sold for $5 plus the cost of shipping on Etsy. So now we're down to 798 bubble mailers. Sold, we are the Brennans for $4 plus the cost of shipping over on Pango Books. 798 left to go. Finally sold this carrying case. It has been, I don't know, it's been at least a year and a half that it's been listed. It is for a Nintendo Switch. It's to carry a Nintendo Switch and its stuff around. And it finally sold on Facebook Marketplace for $40 plus the cost of shipping. We tried to fit it in a mailer. It doesn't fit, so we need to go find a box. To be totally honest, I don't know where this book came from. I don't really know anything about David Baldacci or his books, so I tend to not pay attention to them. So your guess is as good as mine, unless this came from the library books that I saved from getting recycled, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, it sold for $4 plus the cost of shipping over on Facebook Marketplace. And I'm pretty sure I can fit it in a bubble mailer. And we're still on a blanket selling kick. Sold this Afghan with damage for $32 plus the cost of shipping, Facebook Marketplace. Sold this pair of Royal Copley English ivy vases. They've been floating around for like 2.5 years. I believe we found them in a like fill a bag, make a pile barn sale kind of ordeal. So I don't have anything specific into them, but like I said, they've been floating around for a long time. Oh, sorry, I had a cough. Anyway, they sold for $20 plus the cost of shipping on Etsy. So I'm going to get these boxed up, and then I'm going to take a number out of my own playbook, and I'm going to head to the Botanical Gardens to do some work there, and I'll drop this stuff off on the way. And hopefully I'll get a few things listed. I think Alexis and her husband Kyle are going to meet us there, and we're going to bring Rich's mom. So I'm not going to hold myself to a ton of work, but, you know, if I get a couple things listed, I'll be happy. I am really going to try to get this video out on time, but if it's a little late, this is why. I don't really know exactly what happened. I honestly don't. Like, I've talked about it in the past that I have really severe arthritis in both of my knees. I've had autoimmune issues since 2020, and for some reason, my body attacks my knees. But it hasn't hurt, like really hurt, in probably 2.5 years-ish. And then me and Rich got sick, and ever since then I've had like arthritic pain in both of my knees, but more so in my right knee. And I stood up out of a chair a couple weeks ago, and all I heard was and it hurt really bad, but I slept fine that night, and the next day it was gone. It's happened twice since then, and the worst was yesterday, and I ended up in the emergency room. I couldn't walk. I couldn't put pressure on my leg. It was really hard for me to move around. Nothing was working. No pain meds were working. I was just in a lot of pain. So I'm a little behind. We're going to get the rest of the stuff boxed up, and then I can have Rich drop it off on his way to work. So, we sold Danse Macabre. I found this in a bin when I was working at, when I was volunteering at the thrift store. And you guys know, I'm a huge Stephen King fan. I love the books that have wear and, you know, look like they've been loved and reread and reread and reread. I paid 50 cents, and it's been sitting around for a year and a half. But it's been on Etsy, which is only charging every 4 months. So I might have still either broke even or got a very small profit. But I think I sold it for $6 plus shipping on Etsy. Sold the vintage Joe Shamrock t-shirt. Found this at the bins. So we don't have very much money. It's single stitched. I thought it was really freaking cool. 25 plus shipping over on eBay. Barbie as Rapunzel. This is something I grabbed from the last media book sale. And this sold, believe it or not, for $10 plus shipping on eBay. So what did I pay? I think I paid $12.75, if I remember correctly, for everything I bought at that sale. We're recouping quick. Man, I remember when Mom first grabbed the huge box of hats from Grandpa's house when we were clearing out Grandpa's estate. I looked at her and I'm like, there's like $500 in hats here. And she looked at me like I was speaking Japanese. I think I very much underestimated. I still have boxes of hats I haven't listed. And I think we've already hit that 500 and probably gone over that. This one alone, which I think originally we had 4 of these. 2 purple and 2 green. I know we still have a green one listed. Sold for $30 plus cost of shipping on eBay. And lastly, my poor husband had to figure out what my system is like in the bus. And I showed him the picture of the shirt and I was like, it probably says something like VS or Victoria's Secret Pink or a women's medium V-neck t-shirt. He's like, it doesn't say any of that. It says Victoria's Secret Pink leopard t-shirt. It's like, well, you got like four words in there. His face.
I'll stick to Pioneer and Technics and stuff like that.
So I sold this for $10 plus the cost of shipping on eBay. So I'm going to sign you guys off on that note and get this up for you guys to watch. So I'll see you on the next. Look, we've already used like 8 of these. So excited. Anybody want to put guesses down on how long it's going to take me to go through 800 bubble mailers? We'll check it out later.